Steer Platform presents The Business of Construction Philippines, a daily show discussing the most pressing issues concerning construction companies. Hosted by architect Krisa Delgado, a seasoned construction project manager. Ram Makasa Et, a tech entrepreneur catering to the construction industry, and Richard Larnio, an expert in enterprise software solutioning and implementation.
Okay,
Oh my
good
God.
afternoon, everyone. We're back with another Business of Construction episode by Steer. I'm Ramakasait with Krista and Richard. And today's topic, ang pag-usapan natin ay yung overextension pagdating sa construction project or sa overextension ng mga general contractor. So, quickly, yung pag-define ng overextension is what I mean is yung kuha ng project and getting more projects that they can handle, which eventually becomes a problem and a reason for failure of the business. So may nahanap kaming article, i-share ko lang ngayon, and we can I'll open the floor to discuss it more. So here, what is overextension? It says here na yung contractor takes on too much work and they're at risk of overextension. Anong mga signs ng overextension? Brand and reputation risk, poor project site leadership, yung mga financial risks, including yung mga back charges, delayed receipts, claims loss issues, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna ask architect Krisa again kung ano yung mga na-experience niya sa site on this issue. And then Richard and I will ask questions or maybe even weigh in on the topic. Sige, Krisa, please go ahead. What are your experiences with overextension when it comes? Have you worked with a client like this, or have you worked in a company? Please share.
So overextension. So these are the things when the projects exceeded the
Capabilities.
planned schedule, right?
Oh, yes,
Right.
yes. Like more like
Mhm.
kung sa terms, kung may term yan, masyadong malaki yung kinagat nila at hindi nila manguya o malunok.
Yeah.
Tama.
Na
Well,
nabubulol
yeah.
na sila. Bulunan na.
Nabulunan.
Yeah, well, I think any kinds of overextension is not healthy. So when you try to do something beyond beyond your capacity, of course, it's expected na you will encounter problems. So it is common sa ilang mga, in the industry. So there are contractors trying to get as many projects to just bid a lots of project, and then since resources kasi you have the parang monthly operations for that. So this if you try to get as much as project na hindi tumutugma sa current resources mo, you will have problem when this project starts. And syempre, hindi mo naman control yung owners and so on. So you have to deliver that. And
Sorry,
yeah.
ang isa pang na-realize namin actually doing this for almost 2 or 3 years now. Pag masyadong maraming project din, ito pala nakalagay dito, yung kumbaga yung quality nung work tsaka yung pagbantay nung project, naapektuhan yung cash flow and then overall just profitability of the business. Can you speak a little bit more about that? Kasi when we're talking off camera, di ba, may nabanggit ka before as a PM, may threshold kayo as to how many projects you can hold. So paano yung experience na yun? How do you know when you're holding too many projects na and you're starting to lose money? Nararamdaman nyo lang ba yun o paano yun?
Oh, well, if you take more projects more than dun sa capacity mo, since kunyari, we're talking about manpower. Time kasi is limited resource. So, unless you increase yung manpower mo para ma-handle mo yung projects. Pero pag hindi mo in-increase yung manpower, you have the same manpower. For example, you have 10 people and then this 10 people can only do 2 projects. That's the maximum. And then if you add another project, so the results will be mabe-burn out yung resources mo or you need to rush things eh. Ito na yung nagkakaroon tayo ng uh, poor quality. Kasi nga, you are trying to, kumbaga ang capacity ng 100 manpower mo are for 2 projects and you added 2 more projects. So they need to rush things up para makumpleto yun. So that's overextension. That's when overextension comes,
Normal
So,
practice ba,
yeah.
Chris, sa industry, yung capacity planning?
Well, sometimes may mga industry na they do yung capacity planning. Minsan naman, they just apply it. Hindi na sila nagpaplano, they just practice it. So, ang risk kasi nun, minsan yung estimates mo hindi siya tama. May mga ganong situations. So, minsan kulang ka ng manpower. So, yung quality of works mo, deliverables mo, di mo nagagawa. Or minsan naman, sobra yung manpower mo. So, malaki yung overhead expenses mo kapag hindi natin masyadong naplano yung capacity and yung capacity planning. Yeah.
I
So,
see.
yeah.
So, sorry, go on. Go on, you're saying. I just had a thought form in my head. We are a construction technology show, and we speak about the innovations there. Paano makakatulong ang
Or
technology?
maybe let's discuss ano yung reason behind overextension.
Right. Right.
Yeah, well, of course, especially sa mga startups and so or new ones or smaller, growth is an opportunity.
Yep.
Right. No. So natural tendency, if there are opportunities, they grab it.
Yes.
No, without even really realizing if kaya ba or hindi. No. But more than that, I think there's still reason, no, beyond those, no. Can you share your thoughts on this, please?
Yeah, syempre, these contractors want to get as many projects as they could so they can earn as many as they could. So the problem lang is may mga bagay na they weren't able to perceive when they bidding the project. So at first, they thought the capacity is enough. But, as the project starts, so minsan may mga changes like the manpower, meron silang changes on the manpower count, resources counts, or if they have existing projects, suddenly that project requires you more manpower. So yung initial allocation mo is hindi na siya accurate kasi nga like merong changes na you weren't able to foresee. So that's why it's necessary that you do yung capacity planning once in a while. Kumbaga, you don't do it just once, so you need to check it like from time to time if kaya mo pa ba these projects or if you need to add or deduct. So we can avoid like this overextension and other issues from it.
And in addition to that, no, would you say na isang reason then kung bakit nag-over extend is maybe the project management team or even the executive team are inexperienced pa on those kind of situation, no? Because they could have planned that even before jumping di ba? Dun sa opportunities, right?
Yes, sir. One factor, like since this like the technical teams don't have that experience, it will be difficult for them to accurately plan and predict yung right allocation for the project. So if they haven't experienced this yet, they weren't able to predict accurately. So that's why meron tayong tinatawag na they need to recheck. Like yung mention ko, from time to time, you need to check in with it. Kung you don't have the right skills, right? So it can be solved if you try to recheck it from time to time. Kasi things changes, like mention ko, minsan yung demand ng project na ganito, mas malaki sa initial demands. Or there are some factors kasi na hindi talaga natin control. So when that happens, all we need to do is recheck and replan yung mga existing plans natin, and then try to mitigate that using those planning. And then actually it's possible, I would like to add. So that's why we do we need to document everything on site that we're doing. Kasi those are the data that we need para mas ma-analyze natin kung ano yung parang next action. Kunyari sa daily logs. For example, sa daily logs, makikita mo doon, like, yung sa manpower mo, makikita mo yung I forgot the term for that. So you can see na kulang yung manpower mo, na naka-full force na kayo pero kulang pa din, you can add. Or pwede mong sabihin na sobra-sobra yung manpower using yung mga daily logs that you have doing, or daily documents that you have.
And this is where technology could really help, no? I mean, I think bottom line is yung visibility, no? I guess dun sa project, no? No, yung mga ongoing projects, no? Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Sorry, kalimutan ko, Taglish nga pala tayo dito. Pagdating sa pag marami ka na siguro, let's go with the metaphors again. Pag marami ka na sigurong baraha, hindi mo alam kung ano yung ibababa mo. Kaya kailangan siguro with technology, kaya mo nang i-monitor sabay-sabay yung mga. So yung hindi ka naman ma-overextend ka pa rin with tech, ang sinasabi natin. Pero mas lalaki yung capacity mo to take on additional projects kumpara kung sa wala ka. So like, for example, if you're not using tech right now and you're monitoring manually, siguro kaya mo up to like 5-6 projects. Pero with technology, maybe you can double that, no? Just knowing yung mga input nila from site to site, kung ano yung manpower na available sa'yo, just being able to take stock kung ano yung mga resources mo from a technological standpoint, just looking down on your phone or your tablet or your iPad. By the way, guys, we only have 20 seconds left. Do you have any? I'd like to wrap it up. If you have any last comments or thoughts before we say goodbye, and then we see everyone else tomorrow. So, next day na tayo ulit mag-catch up on another topic.
Right. So probably on my answer, so overextension, sometimes you cannot avoid it, but like I mentioned, you can mitigate that. So if you have the proper skills, data, you can plan ahead bago pa, or you can minimize the impact of this overextension.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so this is something that mitigated.
Okay,
good,
sounds
sir.
good. Okay.
All right.
Chad, any last words before we wrap this up?
Well, this is where technology could help, no? Like tulad ng sinabi nga ni Chris, not necessarily to fix the problem, but you have the enough information to plan ahead.
Yeah.
No, I mean, even before taking any new projects, you can determine no, ano yung capacity mo, when you can start with this new project or yung proposal mo, ma-align mo no, with whatever yung capacity mo as of the moment. No? So, yeah.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. So, thank you everyone for joining us today. Araw-araw kami nagpo-post. So, keep an eye out sa mga topics namin. Maybe they'll be of interest to you. That's the BOC podcast. Signing out.
Thank you for joining this episode of the Business of Construction Philippines. Don't forget to like and subscribe to The Business of Construction on Spotify and YouTube.